Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
How's your day?
So far so good.
What'd you do today? First, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Stephanie, best known as the neighborhood soap dealer. My company is called Naturally Beautiful LLC, but today we're particularly focusing on my soap page, which is Naturally Beautiful Essentials.
All right, cool. Okay, so we're going to get started with some questions, and then after the questions, we'll get into your journey.
Okay.
What word or phrase do you overuse?
So many. It would be one, like, a lot of non-influencies. Like, see, I just said it. Especially when I'm making my videos. And let's go. Like, I'm always telling my soapsters, let's go. So I know that's all they're used to hearing that.
What is your least favorite thing to do?
What is, as far as life or business?
Life.
What is my least favorite thing to do? Don't tell my school, but work on my dissertation.
Yeah, I can see that. And what are you studying?
Currently, I'm in school. Well, first I graduated from Florida Memorial University, which is the only HBCU in South Florida, with my bachelor's in elementary education, K through 6. And then I got my master's from my alma mater as well, which is in reading, K through 12. And now I'm currently in grad school to earn my doctoral degree with my concentration in organizational leadership.
Very nice.
Thank you.
What is your most favorite thing to do?
Are there any kids here? My most favorite thing to do, it would actually be two things. I love to meditate and pray every morning and every evening. And then two, I love to drink wine.
What kind of wine?
It depends if I'm in the mood for white or red, but I'm more of a Cabernet drinker, well, sipper, because it's wine. Or if we're doing a white, I'll do like a Prosecco, maybe Riesling, Chardonnay. It really just depends on my mood for that day.
Okay. All right. What is the one thing your spouse or significant other would like to change about you?
Oh, that's a good one. Hold on now. These weren't part of the question. Yeah, I'm just joking. What would he like to change? I don't necessarily think he would like to change anything. I'm not sure, because it's like, you know what you signed up for. So why would you want to change anything? But what would it be? I don't know, honestly. I can't answer that question.
Okay. What makes you tick, motivates you?
What motivates me? It would have to be family, God, the Black culture, you know. If I'm inspired by anyone, it would be Michelle Obama. I just love what she stands for, and she motivates me to, you know, be the best version of myself. I have a story, and it's like, don't be afraid of your story. And I can't forget my nonprofit. It's a lot of them probably signed in, joining in. But I have a nonprofit group. Their name is it's called Divas and Ladies of Distinction, DLD. And these young ladies, they look up to me so much. I started off as their teacher, and then I became their mentor. And when I knew, like, okay, now these girls are doing everything that I'm doing. They're speaking like me. They're acting like me. They're dressing like me. So it was like, okay, Stephanie, it's time for you to, like, kind of get yourself together, because you have other people rooting for you And it's like, okay, I gotta do it for myself and for my girls and for my family, just everyone around me, honestly.
All right, cool. What irks you the most?
What irks me the most? It's kind of hard to say because I'm an introvert and an extrovert. So it's like I love company, but then it's like when I feel like I don't have space, it's like I feel suffocated a little, and it's like, hold on, back up, y'all. Let me get some room. So I would say it's not really an urge, but it's like if I don't have time to recharge. So that's what it would be.
Okay. What sound makes you happiest?
Uh, every time I hear that cha-ching for Shopify, okay, like being honest, that's why my phone.
No, people have said that. That's fair. You know, mama needs some new shoes.
Yeah, okay. It's like, oh yes, buy more supplies.
You know, what sound bothers you most?
What sound bothers me most? I'm not gonna say it bothers me necessarily, but after a certain time, like any notifications from my phone. So I have my phones, both my phones. I have a business phone and a personal line, and I have them both scheduled on Do Not Disturb from the hours of 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. Because it's like I said, being able to recharge and everything. So it's like while I'm trying to get back into peace and serene, those type of things. So it's like I don't want to hear those type of sounds necessarily because it's like now this is my time, let me focus on me so that I can go back to doing what I love to do. So I would say, it doesn't really irk me because like I said, I have a schedule, but if my phone was going off constantly all night, then yeah, that would bother me a lot.
Okay. What would you want on your tombstone?
What would I want on my tombstone? Ooh, that I died with integrity.
Okay. All right.
That I'm leaving a legacy. I want to be remembered honestly when I leave this earth as a humble servant of God. Like remember how I made you feel. There's a lot of things I can do, but for just always remember how I try to make you feel, which is, basically the best that you've ever felt.
Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to try?
That's hard. I would say it's Daredevil a profession?
Yeah, Evil Knievel.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people even say this. Even my best friend, he's like, "Oh no, better you than me." I really like to. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but like, I'm going to be the one that like scuba dive and touch the ocean floor. I want to be the one like, hot air balloon with a parachute and everything. Like, I'm the one who really like, listen, let's go. If it's meant, if my time is up, it's up. But I want to be able to experience and live life. Like, Drake say, YOLO. That's me all the way. YOLO. Let's go.
Okay. What is it about your personality that drives your business?
I believe because I have such an effervescent personality, that's just what brings everybody in. And everyone's always saying, "Oh my God, your energy, your energy. I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. I love your attitude." And that's just me. The fact that I guess, so full of life, and that oh, I love to dance. I think that's what gets everybody because when they realize, oh, okay, she makes more than soap. She got a little rhythm to her. I think that's, what attracts a lot of people to my page and to my products because it's like they can see like the energy that goes into everything from behind the scenes to actually making it, to actually showing it, to actually selling it, to delivering it. I just think they can feel the aura and the energy through the entire process. process of me making the soaps.
Okay. What is it about your personality that hinders your business?
That's good. My family, they would probably say, you're a little bit too transparent. Like, I know I'm not gonna say I get a lot of backlash, but it's people like who know me personally and they're like, oh my God, you're telling all the secrets. Like, what is going on? Don't show them everything. And I feel like, honestly, what's for me can never get taken away from me. It's like one of my trainers, he always posted, well, shout out to I Can Fitness in Miami Garden. He put up a post one time and it resonated with me. And he said, I can give you the recipe, but your sauce still wouldn't taste the same. So I feel that's what it is when it comes to my business. Like, I can give you all the jewels. I can tell you all what I put in all my products. However, you don't, I'm not going to say you don't, but what makes me different from you is the fact of the amount of time and effort and love I put into the product. Because you can do the same thing as me, but because God has given me this specific talent and he's allowing me to do his work, then it is what it is. So I would say my transparency would be probably a hindrance to my my company, my business.
Let me tell you, I'm a believer that in fate things happen for a reason. There's a guy that just got on the page. His name is Greg Pennington Windsor Chairs. Okay. He's a teacher, right? So he teaches, okay, let me put it this way. He's followed a lot of dudes out in the streets that are making chairs. Mm-hmm. And when you talk about your transparency and people can see it, but it won't be the same, I guess it's the same thing that he does. He teaches people from all over the world how to make chairs, and he's still the chairman. So that was kind of a moment. So who would you travel cross country with on a motorcycle ride?
On a motorcycle bike, who would I travel across the country with? That's a good question. Who would it be? I would have to say my brother, because he was incarcerated for 10 years. So he just recently got out. So it's a lot he hasn't been exposed to. So because I've actually kind of I'm starting to see the world, and I would like him to view the world through a different lens, especially because he was like institutionalized. So I would probably take my brother just for him to get that exposure to see like there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that, you know, just because you're accustomed to something for 10 years, like it's a whole new world now. How you went in, it's not how it is anymore. And just to show him that type of living. I took him to brunch and he had a mimosa for the first time and he was like, oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And it was like, oh God, you're so basic. You
right.
Really
Tell him just wait.
Yes.
What was your favorite concert?
Oh, I have quite a few, but one, I just recently went to one. It was called, it was like an all-girls tour. It was at the Fillmore Theater. It was in Miami, and it was basically all the upcoming female rappers. And it was like a really, really good concert because it was like, it's just to see female empowerment. Like, you know, the rap game, we've been seeing a lot of men. And then, honestly, growing up, a lot of female rappers, they were beefing with each other. So it's like, okay, I don't want to have to pick a side, but to see all these women come together, you know, hey, maybe it was off the contract, but the fact they were all still there doing what they had to do, it was just very uplifting and motivating to me. It was like, yes, girls, let's go, we rule.
When was the last time you cried?
Yesterday.
Why?
I'm getting emotional. I'm a big crybaby. People don't know that, but because Oh God. Because of the amount of support that I've actually been getting from like all my soapsters, it's like, it's a little surreal. Oh God, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, I had someone from the UK who actually purchased from me, and that was a big milestone in my career with my soaping journey. So then she ordered again, and she ordered even more this time, and I'm like, whoa! But I have a lot. I get very personal with my soapsters, so we communicate through direct messages. So I'm like, hey, did you receive your first package? And she's like, no, and I'm like, wow, like you placed another order without even testing the product first to see if you even like it. So I'm like, God, I must be doing something good that they believe in me this much to support me like this. So it's just things like that. And then, like I said, I know a lot of the soapsters by first and last name. And the fact that I'm building relationship with these people who I don't know, who I didn't know before. And it's like, now it's like, oh my God, like, I know it's like they get so deep and open with me, and it's like, wow, you trusted me to share that information. So it's like, that's it. It was a little overwhelming, but in a good way. So
Very
yes,
nice.
I'm a crybaby, but I'm still a thug. Like, don't get it twisted. Neighborhood soap dealer, what's up?
Dogs need love too. Um, what impact do you want to leave on your industry?
The impact I would love to leave, honestly, is the stigma that don't share, because once you one, don't share, and two, like, oh, it's only room for one person at the top. So it's starting this journey. I view a lot of people's pages and their profiles and even their YouTubes, but it just upsets me and my homegirl. I'm just playing. It's a joke. But it kind of upsets me because it's like, when I see another race, they're always giving out their information. Oh, this is what I use. This is how I did it. But when I go and look at my not all, but when it comes to my culture, everything is like a secret society, and it's like, I don't want the Krabby Patty recipe. I just need help on how to make this. So it's like, that's what I would love to leave. Like, this is a girl who dreamed it, who went for it, and who uplifted her people and brought them up with her by, exposing them to these type of things. And it's like, I feel like, especially in our Black community, we're not exposed to a lot of things, and a lot of other races have that advantage over us. But it's like, if I'm putting my people on, and it's like, if I'm educating you and you're exposed to this, when you know better, you'll do better. So whatever I know, I want to let them know so that we can keep this ball rolling.
Okay. In your early journey, when was the most difficult time for your business, and how did you overcome it?
I would say the most difficult time was very early. Like, see, there go the non-influences. I honestly haven't even been making soap necessarily for so long. I launched April 26th, and it hasn't even been 3 months necessarily since, I exposed everyone of this talent. But I would say doubting myself, because at first I used to be like, no, okay, I'll get one order, so I'm not going to make that much soap. I'm just going to be humble and, not even. And then it was one time, like, I doubted myself. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a restock, or I'm gonna release a new bar, but I'm not gonna make that many, because I'll probably get a few, but it's gonna be family and friends, because they just feel like they have to support me. But then I had to make, like, I remember that night, my household, we did not go to sleep until 4 a.m. making soap, because I had to make over 200 bars of soap. And it was like, whoa, I only had plans to make 30, you know, but, you know, it was like, whoa. So I told myself, never again will that happen, because going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, that was extremely tiresome. It was extremely draining. And I didn't even want to make soap the next day. And it's like, no, this is how you will burn out quickly, Stephanie. So you rather be over prepared than to be underprepared. And my theater teacher, I love her so much, Miss Seward, if you're watching, this one's for you. She's always taught me, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. So
Correct.
that's what I would say. So my next restock is next Friday, but I am starting to get ready now. Like, I am literally in the lab all day, every day, because it's like, I want to make sure I'm able to keep up with the demands of and of course I have to supply it. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Do you, and these are all questions, I preface this one. Do you have any white friends?
Yes, I have one that's very, very dear to me. Her name is Christina Knight. Hey, Night. Hey, Sharkeisha girl. I call everybody Sharkeisha. But she was well, if you didn't know, I'm an educator from Miami-Dade County Public School Systems. And she started off as my reading coach. So at first it was like, who is this? She just reminded me of Miss Trunchbull off Matilda. I was like, what's going on here? But then getting to know her, because it's like, you know, everyone deserves that respect and everything. So I'm like, okay, let me actually get to know her. Then she's a Virgo. So I was like, ooh, we share the same sign. So we have a lot of similarities. Astrology, you know, that's what they say. Who knows if that's a scam, but we all fall for it. And then just, you know, seeing the world through her lens while she's viewing the world through my lens, it was able to make me, you know, really see like, okay, not all white people is against the blacks. Because at first it was used to be like, you know, I saw the movie Get Out, and I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody white. I don't want to eat. I don't want to deal with milk. I'm not eating marshmallows. I'm not eating rice. I'm not wearing white socks. Anything white, I was like, no. But then, you know, I had Miss Knight, and I was like, I can't be doing this. I definitely can't.
Well, you know,
everybody's like this.
Exactly. That's why, because in my industry, it's not black. It's a lot of whites, and they ask, what can we do? And I always say, get black friends.
No, the real black friends, not the black friends who tired of talk and be like, oh, you know, hey, we all know there's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't want to use the K word, but, you know, my black people, we know there's some K's out here. I ain't gonna say, but it rhymes with Sharon, but it starts with a K. Okay, it be them type of people who like, oh, I have black friends, but your black friends don't even care about the black culture. That's not a black friend. Let's be clear. Okay?
Right.
I am pro-black. I love black. I'm blackity black. I even made a Juneteenth soap because that's how black I am. Okay.
Good.
So.
All right. Cool. Do you often see people of color in your industry?
Yes, actually. I'm from Miami, and there's in Florida alone, if you don't, well, with Instagram, the way they have it is like, once you start seeing or being accustomed to a particular type of post, you see a whole bunch of things, especially if it's sponsored, because, you know, the algorithm of Instagram, it's like, okay, if you like soap, they're gonna start showing everything soap. So it's like, I didn't even know of all these soap makers, and then to see that they're black, I was like, okay, you go, girl. And then there's actually 2 who reached out to me, but I had like one, my sister. I was motivated by her, my line sister, my sorority sister. Hey, Denisha, Intentional Theory, I love you. I learned so much from my sister. So I love her. She's an awesome soap maker. Genesis Beauty, hey girl. I believe she's located in Atlanta. She was the first soap maker to say boo, you know, just uplifting. Then what is it? She changed her name, but I think it's Roots. Houston. She's also in I think Atlanta, but she's going through a whole transition. Please, I know I butchered the name, but she changed the name, so now I don't even know the new name. She reached out to me and like we call each other sisters, like because it's communicating. And the Zovia collection, they're actually located here in Miami too. And I just like she's so peaceful. When I hear her making soap, it's like, ooh, she sounds like a meditation. I'm like, yes, girl. Ooh. So it's just those like, so yes, I do see Black people and then Black women, and it just brings joy to my heart that we're all in the industry, but it's nothing but love that comes from us. So.
Okay. So now we can get into your journey. So what we like to know is from high school until now, the different things that led to how you how you got
High
to be where you are.
school. Oh, okay. We gonna talk about soap journey or life journey? Because I need to know how to answer.
Like,
Am I being
life journey.
Stephanie or am I being the soap dealer? Like
Stephanie.
Oh, okay. So, oh my God, my mom is on. She's going to be upset that I'm this transparent. She's gonna be like, Stephanie, why do you have to tell them that? Sorry, Mom, I love you. Mama, I love you. But high school. What a lot of people don't even know, I almost didn't even graduate from high school. Why? Because as a young girl, you know, I had a boyfriend at the time who he was the air that I breathe. All of, you know, how we get. It's like, look, my mom, she commented, seriously? Mom, please. They want me to be Stephanie. Okay. So yes, POP, hold it down. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ignorant. Let me stop. Let me stay focused. But high school, I almost didn't even graduate because I was in lust. Okay. But it was actually my teacher, my theater teacher, who's like, Stephanie, no, we're gonna get you into college. It wasn't that I wasn't smart, but it was like I was basically following in that person's footstep, and like he quit school, he dropped out of school, and I wanted to be with my boyfriend. So it's like at a teenage year, and your teenage years, it's like, you know, you don't know better, and your family, they're trying to tell you, but you know, a hard head makes a soft behind, and I wasn't trying to listen. But God came through for your girl like he always does. My theater teacher literally came to pick me up from my boyfriend's house at the moment, dragged me out his house and said, no, you're coming to school, you're not quitting, and we're going to see you graduate.
Wow.
Yes, so that was it. Then,
do you still talk to her?
Yes, I do, but I don't talk to her as often because she was going through medical issues, and it's like she kind of segregated herself from everyone. However, I still keep in contact with her kids, and we just had like a live Zoom, and she joined, and it was just the most amazing thing because she has done so much for everyone. I know for me especially. So it's like I said, if I can be anyone in this world, I would want to be at least 10% of this woman because she's done for me more than I can even imagine. Like, she helped me build this confidence that I have. And teachers, period. My third grade teacher, Ms. Barnes, she taught me the art of expressing myself through dance and movement. My fourth grade teacher taught me, and I think Ms. Zeman is a jewel. She was white, and she taught me the art of expressing myself through writing. And it's like she was the one who taught me you never write how you speak. And
I have that problem.
She was so anal about that. My middle school theater teacher, Miss Seidel. So, you know, all these women has played a tremendous part of who I am because I was able to build up that confidence that I thought I needed to find in other people and family, of course. So graduated high school. Then I got into college.
Where'd you go to school?
Florida Memorial University is located in Miami Gardens. All right, let's go Lions. You know, that was me. But I was everyone called me All-American in school because I was literally part of every organization. I was part of Club Haiti 1804. I was part of Student Government Association. I was Miss Junior, part of the Royal Court. I pledged, of course, the greatest sorority. Okay, I'm being a little biased, but shout out to my sorors, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Very
Zeta
nice.
Tau, Zeta Tau, where we at? Okay, yes. I pledged undergrad, and I was Miss Omega Psi Phi. So, and I was the dance captain of the dance team. So I literally did everything because I think I was making up for high school because I missed so many activities. I said, when college comes, I'm not gonna play around because I don't have experience I don't have that much experience from high school. Although I was in the theater program and I performed a lot, but like just doing extracurricular activities, I didn't have time to do that. So college, I said I'm going to grab life by the horns and I'm going to do everything and anything. And I ended up graduating cum laude with my bachelor's and summa cum
Congrats.
laude with my master's. So it was like, this is a second chance. God gave it to me. Just make the best of it, Stephanie. And so all of that prepared me. So me studying and everything, because at my school we weren't able to graduate until we passed our certification. That rule has changed, which I feel like they shouldn't have, because a lot of teachers, once they graduate, they go and start teaching and they don't necessarily have time to study because we do so much in the classroom. And then a lot of teachers lose out on the profession because they're not certified. So when I was in school, we could not graduate until we passed the test. And it was several tests that I had to pass, but God got the girl. I was able to pass. I didn't pass on time though, because not making sure all my T's were crossed and my I's were dotted. You know, my advisor at the time, she overlooked the course, and I was basically short 3 credits a class course but everyone kept overriding the class during that time. So it was like, okay, whatever. So I ended up not being able to graduate 2012 when I was supposed to. And then Miss Dobbs, I love her. She's an AKA, so trust me, I have Greek unity. She took me under her wings and she's like, you're not going to come to school, but I'll give it to you as independent studies. And it was basically, I was done. I did all the internships and everything. So I turned in my assignment and I ended up actually winning the award of top student in education. I think they felt bad for me, but hey, I still won it. It don't matter. And then, but all of that prepared me because after college, I started teaching into my profession. And during year 5, which is, I'm still considered a rookie, I got the highest honor that you can get, which is Rookie Teacher of the Year for the entire district for Miami-Dade County Public Schools. So out of all the teachers, all the schools, I was voted number 1. That was a process within itself. But like I said, what God has for you, no man can take. My school at the time where I was teaching, they called the school board on me and they're like, we don't want her on the ballot. It was crazy. And then God said, all right, I'm going to show you that she's God's child. And yeah, I didn't want me on the ballot. However, I end up winning the entire title. So it's like just things like that. So it prepared me for this business because it's like I said, what's for me is for me. No one can take that away. So all of those things in life has shaped me and prepared me for this new journey. And I'm just excited for it.
Okay, cool. So how long did you teach? And you still currently teach?
I still do currently teach, yes. So this was year 7 for me. I took a leave of absence about almost a year and a half ago because I wasn't in a good place at the moment because like my sanity, just going through so much, especially in my profession, because it's a lot of politics involved. Once I won that title, you get exposed to so much more stuff. So, I'm not going to put everything on blast, but it was like, okay, I'm not a yes master type of, winner. If you wanted a trophy wife or a trophy teacher, then you shouldn't have, I should not have got this title, but I'm still no one can ever take that away from me. And I just love the title because it was for the culture. It wasn't for me. It was for the culture. But yeah, I took a leave of absence because how can I give my all to my students if I'm not, really well and internally and personally. So I took a leave of absence, and that's when I started Naturally Beautiful. But I started off with my boutique, and my boutique, I made a nice piece of change my first year. But then it's so crazy because I'm gonna post it on my page. Um, February of this year, I said, you know what, God, I'm gonna be a little bit more intentional with my prayers. I want to make 50K. I want to make 50K this year for my business. And I always knew Naturally Beautiful was not going to be just one thing. I didn't want to limit myself because honestly, I feel like I'm a Jill of all trades. You name it, I could do it. Cooking, I could do it. Exercising, I could do it. Dancing, stepping, education, reading, anything, you name it, I feel like I can do it. Why? Because I put in the work and then my consistency and my perseverance. So all of that. And then, yeah, so that's about it. I know it's a lot.
All right. Okay, so what's next? What do you want to see your skincare soap products go? Do you want to do this full time, or do you want to keep it as a side hustle?
The way that it's looking, it's like there's no way I'll be able to keep this as a side hustle. It's really no way. However, I'm not making any type of decisions until God gives me the say so. I made a lot of decisions in my life where I didn't put God as number one. I didn't listen to him. And I fast. Whenever I'm unsure about something, I fast because I need to be able to really listen to hear what God has put in my heart to do. So honestly, right now, I'm still an educator. But what's kind of helping me is that one, it's the summertime, so we don't work during the summer. And then two, because of this entire pandemic, I don't have to physically go into the classroom because I can teach virtually. So I'll still be in the comfort of my own home and I can still do what I need to do. But eventually, if I want this business to continue thriving as it is, then I know I'm going to have to make that call and probably leave the school system. But right now, right now I'm not making that decision. I don't feel like I need to, so I'm not going to.
Exactly. All right, cool. So let's get a tour. We open up for questions, and then that'll be it.
Get a tour? Oh my God! You did not put this.
Or not.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, if you don't know, if people don't know, but if my sisters are here, everyone knows I'm always saying how I'm in the lab. The lab is my kitchen, okay?
Let's do it.
Huh?
So let's do it.
Okay, yeah. So, woo, okay. Everybody talking about you can do the tour.
I know.
Y'all nasty. Okay. Woo, okay. So this is my kitchen. Lord, I ain't cleaned up. Sorry, God. I'm sorry. Hold on. How do I turn the camera? Wait. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. So this is where the magic happens. So up here, these are all the additives that I use for making soap. Okay. So as you can see, like I have different herbs. So this is like rosemary. I have lavender, some chamomile. These are oats. Rosebuds, and I just have a whole bunch of different herbs by name depending on what I'm making. So up here, these are all additives, and I make two types of soaps, which is cold process and melt and pour. But for this, I use like all natural powders to make the coloring of my soap. Now, right here, this row is all essential oils. So yes, I have like, for example, lemon, patchouli, tea tree, orange, rosemary. So any oil you can think of, I probably have it. Of course, I have to increase my repertoire, but based off the soaps that I provide, these are all my essential oils. Then down here, these are all my fragrance oils. Anything to make my oils smell good. Now, the difference between essential oils and fragrance oils, essential oils can be actually extracted from an actual herb or a plant or a flower. Fragrance oils, these are all things, it's not necessarily artificial, but these are just for scent, basically. And, it can be a blend of different things to make that particular scent. This row is all about different oils that I use. Like, for example, I have olive oil, avocado oil, castor oil, grapeseed oil, what else? Sweet almond oil. So just things like that to make my cold process bars. Down here, this is, of course, and right here, this is very, very dangerous, but my followers know this is lye. Yes, you use this to clean out your drainer, but you have to use lye in order to make soap. There's no way around it, especially cold process. So I normally go to Ace and I stack up, but yes, this is lye because it's a sodium hydroxide solution mix that I had to make. So this is all that I use. And right here, oh Jesus, like I said, I didn't clean up. These are all my melting pours and even more oils because, like I said, I'm growing. So I had to get things in bulk sizes. So these are
cheaper.
Huh?
It's cheaper.
Yes, it is cheaper. And since I started buying in bulks, I actually been able to see profit. Okay, this used to be my dining room area, but soap has taken over. So yeah, it was
good for you.
It was either the furniture or the people, and my family was like, "Please keep us." So I was like, "All right, the furniture."
Okay. Do you put Domino sugar in your soap?
Actually, that's to make scrubs. To make a scrub. So I've tried it out. I tested it out. So whenever I introduce a product to everyone, I make sure I have guinea pigs, such as my family members and my close friends. So I tried it out and they loved it. So I said, okay, let me introduce it. But look, you done put out the secret. My soaps didn't even know I was coming out with scrubs. Okay, but hold on. Let me go into the soap room. Okay, so this is where my soaps cure. This is all cold process. So this is why I had to have the big restocks because I had to have them cure in an open rack. And these are all the soaps. And this is considered melt and pour. Excuse me, these are all pickup orders. And this is considered the melt and pour. So I made a post, but except you can see the difference. So this is melt and pour.
Right. How much would that cost?
And this is cold process. Honestly, the cost depends on the materials that I use to make the product. Because each oil, each thing, I have to use different ingredients. And depending on the ingredients, in order for me to make a profit, that's how I go and do it. But my grandmother, I remember when I was starting business, she told me, Stephanie, your integrity, you cannot price gouge. Make your profit, but don't try to, scam people out their money. So I literally, we sit here and we calculate how much does it cost to make one bar of these, depending on what I paid for the cost of the material, and then that's how I determine the price. So I don't say, okay, today I'm just gonna make something $10 just because. No, I don't.
Okay. All right, cool.
So that's the tour. I wish I had more room so I could make more soap, but I'm using what I have.
You grow into that. So yeah, I guess if we don't have any questions, I guess you've covered it all well.
Oh, they don't have any questions? I see a lot of comments I can't read though and pay attention to him, y'all. I'm sorry. So if you was talking to me, I'm so sorry.
They said, yeah, soaps are worth the cost. Moisturizers, scrubs. Her soaps are so good. It's a lot of love. We need lotions too.
Okay. I'm just here because I love Steph. I love you too. What's your favorite soap? Oh, okay. What's my favorite soap? Oh, what makes you want to start? Wait, y'all, there's so many questions going on at one time. What's my favorite soap? I don't think I have a particular favorite type of soap because everything that I do, I use it to my advantage as well. But it's all basically on your preference. That's why I offer different types of soap and different methods of making soap, because what may work with one person may not work for you. Like I had one of my soapsters, she ordered one of these products. It was called Rising Phoenix because she has acne, and then she's like, okay, she can't wait to start on her journey. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then she hit me up and she's like, my face broke out. I'm like, really? She was like, yeah. She was like, maybe something was too strong. And I'm like, you know what? I do use nothing but organic, pure things. And she said, well, when she used the African soap, it broke her out too. So she compared the ingredients and she noticed they both had turmeric in it. So I said, okay, I'm going to give you this other one that I know is good for acne, but it doesn't contain that. So I sent it to her and I had no complaints. So it's like most of my bars, they probably target the same type of skin conditions, but like I said, what may work for one person may not necessarily work for you. So that's why I like to give options. And I think that's where the educator part of me comes in, because it's like we did something for my students. I teach reading, which is a very, very difficult subject, because it's like once you regress in it, it's hard to build it back up. And it plays with their confidence and everything. So there's something called differentiated instruction, where I would basically make lesson plans tailored to that student's needs, which is what my dissertation is all about. So seeing if it's effective or not. So I use what I know in the classroom and I incorporate it to my soap, and it's been working.
Do you make soap for kids? I'll read you the questions.
Okay, thank you. Do I make soap for kids? Not yet. But with the help of my line sisters, I don't have kids. So it's like, I had to hit them up because they have the kids. I'm like, what do kids like these days? Because how am I going to attract, children? I don't have any small children or anything. I don't make soap for kids. However, I am coming out with a new soap July 31st. Jesus Christ. It's called Baby's Breath, and that's for newborns. So just be on the lookout for that. I'll introduce it.
Okay.
Probably this week or bright and early next week, like Monday. No later than Monday.
What's popular for men?
What's popular for men? It's so crazy because a lot of my bars can be unisex. Like the women tell me all the time, he used my bar, he used my soap. So I have made two specifically for men. They're called Blue Ice and Incredible Hulk. So those two are targeted for the men.
Okay.
But Perfect Cool is the holy grail. Everyone loves it. Men, women, everyone loves it. Kids like cotton candy. Good. Because I got fragrance that smells like cotton candy and one that smells like bubble gum. Woo!
What were you doing before making soap?
What was I doing before making soap?
Yeah.
I have a boutique as well. So I was doing that, and I'm an educator and a nonprofit and part of a sorority. So I already had 10 things going on. And I said, go ahead, Stephanie, add another. What? And it's like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Like, I just keep adding to my plate. But, I don't know. I have the energy. God gives me all this talent. So it's like, I'm not going to let it go to waste. What makes you want to make soap?
Any business advice for new soap makers?
Any advice for new soap makers? Yes. One, do your research. And when I say do your research, please invest in yourself. Like me, I have so many books on how to make soap. And if any other soap makers, if you contact me, I always send screenshots of the books that I use, because like I said, I want to leave that legacy. Like We all gonna come up together. So doing your research, I watched so many YouTube tutorials, and I know they're very long. Some of them can be very boring, but use that to your advantage, because sometimes you don't even necessarily need to reinvent the wheel because the stuff is out there. But like I said, I'm able to come up with so many different combinations because of the research. I know, okay, this particular oil or this particular vegetable or fruit or additive or herb, this is what it targets. So why not put this and that together so that I can come up with this very good combination to, make it better for the skin condition. So that's another advice. Find out a problem to the skin, come up with a solution. And also, include losses into your business. I think sometimes we invest in ourselves and it's like, okay, this batch didn't come out good, so you know what, I'm over it, I'm done. No, if you include those losses into your business, it's going to be expected so that it'll give you the motivation to continue.
Right.
When I first started, oh my God, I really thought I was hot boo-boo, okay? And it was like, I can literally see my growth. And it was like, okay, this is good that, I told myself, Stephanie, don't give up, keep going. And what helped me, this here is my Bible. Okay, I'm done. My next investment is going to be an iPad because this got wet the other day and I cried because this is all my recipes. I write about all my soap making journey. Like, I write like if it was good, if it was bad. And I always refer back to my notes because it's like, how can I get better if I don't, critique myself? So just having a soap journal to basically track all my progress, and also be confident in your brand, be confident in your product. I think that's what kind of sets me apart from everyone else because I put on a whole production, okay, when it comes to my soap. I don't just sell soap, I sell an experience. So I think that's why when people gravitate towards me, because they're like, oh, what is she coming out with next? How is she going to top herself from last time? And trust me, I don't know either. But I guess with my theater experience, like I said, life has honestly prepared me for this. So that's what I would say to new soap makers. You can do it. You
Absolutely.
can do it. You can do it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time. Wonderful interview. Great energy.
I'm laughing at the comments. Tori, you are shout out. The soap is anointed. Where are you from? Hey girl, this is my friend Trini Persuasion. Hey girl, hey Pierre girl. I am from Miami, Florida. It's no secret. Every time I'm always dancing. I always got to do a Miami move. I am a real life city girl. Like if there was no other city girl, that would be me. However, I know how to turn it on and turn it off. Okay. When in Rome, act like the Romans. So that means whatever environment I'm in, I can easily adapt and got to do what I got to do. All right, Ash, straight from the crib. What's up? So,
one guy, Jay Hennessy said, use Microsoft OneNote for your notes.
Oh, okay. So for my note making, my note taking.
Yes. He says use Microsoft OneNote.
OneNote. Yeah, I said I have to because this I told, and my family laughs at me all the time. I said I'd rather someone come in my house and steal all my soap than for them to steal this, because it's like I feel like I'll be lost without this. I will be lost. I will be lost. I can always make the soap again, but this, the knowledge and the wealth that's here, I can't bring it back.
Yeah,
yes,
put that
I
on
am
the cloud.
a proud Haitian. I am a proud Haitian, sans passe, not boule. Okay, so yes, un parle creole, Haitian, yeah. So I had to represent for the Haitians. Someone just asked.
Absolutely. All right. So thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who actually joined the live. Thank you for this opportunity. Wait, Robert. Yes. You never answered the question. How did you even find out about me? Because you reached out to me, and I'm like, what? What is going on here?
Another soap maker in California Kiana. She goes, hey, check her out. She should be good. And you were. She was right.
Tell her thank you. What's her name? I have to give her a present. I love giving gifts. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why.
I'll inbox you and her.
Thank you so much.
So that way you can meet her directly.
Yes, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Kiana from Cali. Girl, yes.
Yeah, she's good people. All right, so thank you.
Thank you. Now it's time for me to go to Cooper's Hawk to enjoy wine with my girls. Right. Every Wednesday, we do Wine Down Wednesday.
All right, enjoy your wine. Oh, I got one more question. One more question.
Okay.
Snoop or DMX, who you got?
Ooh. I got to go with the DMX. What's up? What y'all really want?
I got DMX too.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm more familiar with his music.
All right.
I know that's what's like. It's crazy.
All right. I'm DMX too. All right. Thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Robert. It was a pleasure.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
This will be on my page. Then it'll go to YouTube.
Okay, so